Okay, right side up. Okay. Saiyan MGTOW here with over 9,000 opinions. Welcome to the video. People love Desantis partly because he stands up to the dishonest media. People love Trump partly because he stands up to the dishonest media. If there was no dishonest media and Trump and Desantis were just bullying an honest media, that would be bad and people would not like that. But if the media is being a snake, we want politicians to say, look, there's a snake.
Until around 40 seconds ago, Top Gun Maverick was my favourite movie of last year, but now I'm sad to say it's my least favourite movie of all time, tied with Cats and the Zapruder film. Desantis is constantly complaining the media is taking him out of context, although it is worth noting that in that ad, he's removing some pretty important context from the media. Take that clip where he said, are you going to give a speech or ask a question? If you look at the start of that exchange, you'll notice that only one person is doing the fighting there.
Governor, what has gone wrong with the rollout of the vaccine that we've seen phone lines jammed, websites crashed?
It's a lot of demand. I mean, I think at the end of the day, excuse me.
If I could finish my question.
You just said what has gone wrong, so I'm answering the question.
If I could complete the question, though.
So you're going to give a speech or you're going to ask a question?
With all due respect, Governor,
You ask the question, I'm going to answer it.
I'm trying to finish my
question.
question.
No, you're giving a speech. You asked the question.
I am trying to ask you the...
You're going to ask how many questions? You get 3? They only got 1 question. Why do you get 3?
With all due respect, Governor, I'm just asking if I could finish my question.
You didn't. You finished the question.
No, she didn't.
And all she's asking you for is some basic accountability. When you see that in context, that's a pretty gross case of someone meatball-splaining to a journalist who's just trying to do a fucking job. Though.
When people are wearing COVID masks, it's hard to see them finish talking. But yeah, she was giving a speech that Ron probably would have took offense to because he thinks it was a good rollout of vaccines. She asked one question and then was giving a speech about why it's a good question. Which is fair, I think, sometimes. Like if someone was like, Mr. Biden, what went wrong with the Afghanistan retreat? I mean, we had this and that horrible thing that went wrong, and then this and that. I think that's fair. But you have to have a limit. Like a question should only last 10 to 15 seconds. Some of these journalists would go on for a minute or more if Ron never cuts them off. But also, yeah, Ron cut her off. She wasn't done with her question. I think Ron was a bit too aggressive here. But he's sick of these dishonest journalists. Again, if every journalist was honest, I would be way more unhappy with Ron's aggression here. But with the amount of honest journalism today, I am only very slightly disappointed in Ron here.
To be clear, Desantis doesn't hate all media, because there is one notable exception, and it's the exact one that you are thinking of. Desantis is on Fox News all the time. Morning, noon, and night. Even by Republican standards, the mutual affection between him and Fox is pretty extreme. In just one 4-month stretch, the network asked him to appear on its airwaves 113 times, or nearly once a day, with one Fox producer even offering to let him pick the subject matter if he agreed to come on, which is just pathetic. I'll put it this way, if Fox News ever went on a date with Ron Desantis, they definitely wouldn't correct him when he called it thigh food.
Fox News likes DeSantis, and DeSantis likes to get his message and name and face and willpower out there. Big deal. Is 100 appearances in 4 months too much? Yes. But DeSantis is traveling the country and the state of Florida all the time. He can call Fox News for 5 minutes on his 2-hour flight. Big deal.
Another Fox talking head. He sells himself as someone with a proven track record, and he has done some terrible stuff. For instance, at his urging, his state's medical board banned gender-affirming care for minors, and he signed...
Good. Children should not be allowed to, by anyone, to mutilate their genitals or medically alter their hormones or consume castration drugs until those children are no longer children at age 18. Why is this a discussion?
signed a 15-week abortion ban into law, while recently suggesting he'd sign a 6-week one if it reached his desk. But look,
He could sign a 6-second ban, and I would approve. Pro-life all the way.
lots of Republican governors have done things like that. What makes DeSantis extra popular on the right is his willingness to wage big, symbolic culture wars. He's bragged that he's made Florida the freest state in America while defending its residents from the greatest scourge of our time.
Wokeism is really a form of cultural Marxism. The wokeism is the new religion of the left.
We are not and will never, ever surrender to the woke mob. Florida is where woke goes to die.
Okay, first, Florida is not where woke goes to die. It's where wealthy Upper East Side New Yorkers go to die. Get your facts straight. But second, DeSantis says woke so often it begins to lose all meaning. But if you wonder what he thinks it actually stands for, his general counsel once helpfully defined woke in court as the view that there are systemic injustices in American society and the need to have policies that address them. Which is a hell of a thing for someone to admit to everyone that you are against.
The problem is, John, everyone has their own opinions about the systemic injustices in American society and what to do about them. The woke want to make it law that every single American be taught that all white people are racist and that black people can't be racist and that black people built America. That is woke. And those people better not be able to enact policies that address their perceived systemic injustice. Not on my watch. But you're right, enacting policies to address systemic injustice is very good. When it's good. Like letting women vote. That was a good thing. But even that, some people disagree. Saiyan MGTOW here with over 9,000 thank yous for watching the video. Part 4 coming at ya.